So that went way longer, and I bought way more things than I expected. New hat, shoes, more hats, a lot of books. These Knott's cookies, they just look dank, the strawberries. But the sickest part, shout out Vans, sick kicks. They got the extra like HD cush or whatever it's called in there. So super padded when I'm jump off my bike and shit. But then they give me the free fucking BMX edit. Shout out Vans. I'm about to go watch this right now. Also shout out Scotty Kramer and Trey Jones. They're in here. They're a huge inspiration. I used to BMX all the time as a kid, and then once I started getting deep into music and stuff, trying to like activities went out of the like physical activities went out of the way, because I was just glued to my computer learning, doing, teaching. But now, because of Scotty's videos and Harry Main and a couple other guys that do the BMXing vlog type things, they got me back in it. I'm loving it more than ever, and I'm still doing music, which is cool, so best of both worlds. I also did go to Lowe's and stuff. We are gonna finish the studio soon. We're gonna get this wall. That's what I was looking for, insulation, and then drywall for this all. And then what I'm gonna do is take a lot of these foam squares and stick them up on the ceiling, so that way it gives us, you know, more soundproof that way. And then we're gonna build panels kind of like this one, except I kind of like half-ass made this. Foam's falls off on my dog. But yeah, we're gonna do panels like this for the walls where we need to put them. Like was where one was when the desk was pushed back, but now this is probably gonna honestly move out a little further, probably like right here. So we'll put a nice panel right here, and then the next reflection spot, put a panel over here. So that'll have 2, maybe 3 per each wall. I'm thinking about getting bass traps for the back, but then I was also thinking of getting 2x4s, kind of going diagonal, and then like bass trap. We could do it with like this material and stuff when we make the panels, fill it in, but then like have gaps. So like here's a shelf, put some stuff in it. I don't know if that would make it sound good, or those little cubbies are gonna echo and make it worse, but I thought that would be cool, making bass traps and shelves all in one. I don't know, like I said, I'm still up in the air for the design. First things first, this wall needs to go in. I need to hear how the room sounds once that wall and doors put in. Then I could start, you know, really designing the room. I'm gonna get a lot of this crap out. Couch, I don't know, maybe mini fridge. No, I don't need a mini fridge. If I'm too lazy to walk right there to that fridge, there's something wrong with me. But AC is a must. It's hot. It's in the garage. And I already have my heater for, you know, winter. And I also do want to get these plugged back in. The 5s. I was thinking about getting the 8s on stands out here, just because like when you want to do a little diagram and stuff, I'm not really getting the right angles right here, because I need to be like a little bit wider back here and behind the desk a little bit. So I'm thinking about getting stands for those, and then putting the 5s back on the tabletop. building. Almost done. Just short of drywall. Gonna redo all this, build the panels, redo that. So I just did all this behind me, put all the foam I had up there and up there. I'm gonna fill this out, get the foam blocks. I'm gonna get the corner pieces, but I'm gonna do panels for those two walls and then two bigger panels for the side too. But right now I gotta paint. There's a bitch scrubbing all the foam off the wall and all the chunks and stuff. Got it as good as I can. Do a little more and yeah, that's where we're at. So I did as much as I can, and when I try to get it like all the way off, I went like to the drywall. So you know what, I'm just gonna have to deal with it. And all that I put on a lot less glue, so it would come off a lot easier and I don't have to deal with this ever again. So yeah, I'm just painting over it. That's where we're at right now. I just realized I didn't have the mic on. That was probably really loud for you guys. Anyways, today, second coat of paint. First coat of paint, maybe second. I don't know, painting sucks. My hands hurt. Then, see that's the old panel. I'm making new ones today. Oh yeah, I put some foam on the door. Gotta order the base traps. Whiteboard or artwork whiteboard, I don't know. But then the studio's complete. I'm thinking about getting like a couch or something right there, or over there. And then my dad's gonna get his guitar and amp and stuff back in one of the corners. And I think we're in business, guys. So I went to Lowe's. Got these, they're about $5, I think 4 or something for 8 feet. Ended up with 10 of them. Cutting out the 48-inch 4-foot sides. Gotta get 12 of them. Cut them in half right now. So I just got the 48-inch cut. Now I need to do the 32 and 16s. 16s are going to be for the back wall. 32 for the side wall. And the reason for those measurements are insulations. Panels are that size. So the 16 is 1 and then the double is 2. Got the 16-inch cut. Alright, all the pieces are cut, but since I opted out, got the cheap and light wood, which I think this one's different. Oh well. You can actually see it from up here. You got a pre-drill and then screw, which we are gonna do right now, get the frames going. So I just got done making all the frames and I glued the corners. I wasn't trying to screw on no brackets or anything, so I just glued the corners after I screwed them. Make sure they're extra tight. But I did finish building one. This is what it's gonna look like. And I did the little wire on there so the screw will hook on it, as I ended up just covering the back. But these ones are gonna be off the wall a little bit, so I'm not gonna end up using the wire. I'm gonna keep them spaced off the wall, so I'm gonna have to build a little something to put them on the wall. But yeah, that's one panel. Small ones here, and then double that width. One there, one there, one there, one there, and then the other small ones are going back there. So I just got the small panels done. Both of them are done. Got it, one of the big ones ready to get wrapped. Another big one ready to get wrapped. 2 empty shells I need to get wrapped, but I ran out of staples, so back to Lowe's, get the staples. Hopefully these panels are done and I can at least get these side ones hung up on the wall. It's already sounding good with the echo it has, so can't even imagine when it's all treated. Put up the side panels, and honestly, huge difference. When they were sitting on the ground and I would clap my hands sitting down in the chair right here, you would still get that ringing noise, which, here, let's go back here. You could hear that ringing. I don't know, actually, I don't know if you guys could hear that ringing. But if you come over here, nothing. No ringing. So, I'm hoping when I put these up, all the corner pieces, cubes across, which I'm going to do right now, finish the drywall, put the last two little foam squares, which I have out there. You know, just put those up, because base goes in the corners, so I figured just throw it up there. I have two extra, just put them in the middle right there. And then the cubes across the top, so hoping all the base gets tamed, and when the panels go up, no echo, because that's more important than, you know, the soundproofing. I really want that base tamed, because each step I take back, oh, just kicked over a can. Each step I take back, the bass gets louder and louder and louder. So I'm hoping just alone those corner pieces solve that problem, and the ones up top, you know, standard, make the door thicker because it's a very thin door. Yeah, compared to the wall, we put extra acoustic insulation. Like, it's not your normal insulation, it's actually meant for acoustic treatment. So when you do all that in the walls and you have a thin door, it's like the door's not even there. So I had to thicken it up. Hopefully that helps on the inside, which I'm sure it won't even really matter once we get everything done. That's where we're at. I'll see you guys when it's all done. So the studio is done besides one piece of drywall. Everything's hung up. Those pallets way down over there, we're going to strip apart and do like a weird style wall design for the outside, but let's check the inside. Got my dad's guitars right here, picking that up. Hopefully I can play soon and start implementing that in some songs. Got his amps, speakers, pedal board thing. Old keyboard, that's just for jamming. Sometimes I do sample off of it, but it's more for just practice, and I can see like my notes on the actual piano grid or whatever, score line, whatever. I don't know what piano sheets are called. My MPK 49 basically had this from the start, and well, I mean, it does what it needs to do, so there's like no reason to get rid of it, and there's really nothing I want to upgrade to, so until then I will hold on to this laptop on some fans and stuff for when it gets intense. Gotta cool that son of a bitch off. Yamaha's Asus monitor, and what I like about it has no glare, and you can read it from any which way you go. You can still see the screen. You see that? Yeah, anyways, so this is the studio room. It is done. That's the last thing to do. And then I'm going to put those little squares up in there, just to, you know, whatever, fill up the wall a little bit since it's looking a little barren. Other than that, studio is done. I hope you guys like it. If you have any questions on anything I've done in here or any equipment or whatever, these are just hanging off because they're kind of like diffusers, sound bounces, and as well as here, and it sounds, that probably was so much noise for you guys, but it sounds good in here. Cannot wait to get all these songs finished and back into mastering, 'cause it's gonna level up, guys. The room sounds good. It's gonna level up.